Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. I'm Anna. In this video, we're going to talk about the difference between American and British spelling. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm sure that you know that American and British accents are different, not to mention their dialects, but did you know that there's a difference in the spelling of words and even their grammar? I know, surprise! In addition to that, they sometimes use different vocabulary to mean the same thing. As in Europe, for example, teachers mostly teach British English, and it may be confusing since lots of people use American English, including me, speak with different accents. We watch American movies and TV shows, and sometimes when there are subtitles, we might think that there are mistakes in some words, or when we're reading an article on the internet, we might become confused and think that there is a mistake. But no. The difference in grammar between American and British English is a totally different topic. But just as one little example, in the US, the majority of people would say, I just saw him. I just saw him. Meanwhile, in Great Britain, you will very rarely hear this. They usually say, I've just seen him. I have just seen him. But now I'm going to give you the top most used, most common words, the spelling of which is different in those countries. And they are especially useful to know if you're planning to study in the US or UK. On the screen, you will see the US version under the US flag and the British version under the British flag. And to illustrate, I'm going to put screenshots from different websites where these words are used. And you can find these words on the Cambridge Dictionary website or dictionary.com. They usually put both versions and say that one is the US and the other is British. And also, don't forget that the pronunciation is different. I'm giving the US version. If there's a significant difference in pronunciation, I'll insert short clips to illustrate that because I'm not even gonna try to do the British accent because I can't. So let's go through these lists and I'm gonna read through them because there's lots of words. I'll start with the words that don't have a common feature, just a list of random words that are spelled differently in the US and UK, and then move on to some patterns. Check. Aluminum. Pajamas or pajamas. Skeptic. Whiskey. Draft. Program. Judgment. Gray. Mustache. Tire. Cozy. Double L endings in the following words. In the US, they don't double them. Jewelry or jewelry. Marvelous. Modeling. Quarreling. Traveling. Traveler. And vice versa with some British words that end in one L in the US may have double L ending. Enroll. Enthrall. Fulfill. Skillful. OUR versus OR endings. In the US, they tend to drop this middle U. Neighbor. Flavor. Humor. Labor. Collar. Armor. Honor. Glamour. Rumor. Favorite. RE versus ER endings. In the US, they use RE, and in the UK, ER endings in the following words. Center or center. Specter. Fiber. Liter. Meter. Kilometer. Theater. OGUE versus OG endings. In the UK, they use OGUE ending, and in the US, they use both OGUE and OG. Dialogue. Monologue. Catalog. Analog. CE versus SE endings. Know that the spelling may also depend on whether the word is a noun or a verb. Offense. Defense. License. Pretense. Practice. AE or OE in the UK are just E in the US. Pediatric. Maneuver. Anemia. Diarrhea. The following words in the US are almost always spelled with a Z. In the UK, though, they are spelled with an S. However, they may use a Z sometimes instead of an S. It's confusing, you never know. Organize. Recognize. Apologize. Analyze. Paralyze. The difference in spelling of the past tenses of verbs, and don't confuse them with adjectives. Traveled. Fueled. Learned. Burned. Dreamed. Spoiled. Spelled. These are not all the words, there's a lot more, of course. This is to bring awareness. Plus, vocabulary evolves constantly. Like literally, every day they add new words to their dictionaries. How do you know which spelling's which and if there's a mistake? Look it up, check on the internet. What other choice do we have, right? And you can't say that some of these are wrong. This is just the way they spell these words in different countries. There's no more proper English. It's still English.
An exact same mustache and says, an exact same mustache and says,
kind of big bushy moustache, kind of big bushy moustache.
And dreamed it and imagined it, and dreamed it and imagined it.
He dreamt of acquiring land. He dreamt of acquiring land.
About the 10th draft of the book. About the 10th draft of the book.
Draft.
You're in the center of all of this. You're in the center of all of this. And they are at the center of how. And they are at the center of how.
You know, Secretary of Armor, Acting Secretary. You know, Secretary of Armor, Acting Secretary.
Saul's armor. Saul's armor.
Like aluminum. Like aluminum.
Secondly, an aluminium silicate contains.
Well, that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Subscribe if you aren't yet. Click that like button and hit that notification icon if you want to be notified when we upload new videos. And till the next one. Bye.
You know that you're losing some precious moments when you do this. Like when we're joking around. You could have recorded that, but... Okay.